Perfect. I'll now give you a world-best one-page cheat sheet for Western impact. Short, crisp, exam-ready, with bullets, dates, keywords, tricks, so you can revise quickly. Nothing important will be missed. Cheat sheet: Western impact on Indian society and culture. Background: earlier invaders settled in India, absorbed by Indian culture, became one with the land. British conquest: different, didn't merge, considered themselves superior. Europe in 18th century, Age of Enlightenment, 1700s, new ideas, science, reason. Rationalism plus inquiry gave energy to society. Science affected politics, army, economy, even religion. Europe equals vanguard, leader of civilization. India, seen by Europeans, equals stagnant, static, decadent. India's encounter: first-time invader, Britain thought. Racially superior, racism. Culturally advanced, Western culture, Indian. India seemed bowled over by Western values for some time. Looked like India had lagged behind in race of civilization. Reactions in India: three main currents. Rejection of Hinduism, extreme. Young Bengal, Desrosiers, English-educated youth in Bengal, inspired by Henry Louis Vivian Desrosiers. Strong dislike for Hindu religion and traditions. Did things offensive to Hindu sentiments: drinking wine, eating beef. Reform, middle path. Leader: Raja Rammohun Roy, 1772 to 1833. Accepted Western values plus stayed with Hinduism. Aim equals reform religion and society. Actions: opposed sati, widow burning. Fought for women's rights and education. Started Brahmo Samaj, 1828. Belief equals take the best of East and West. Revival, Neo-Hinduism. Denied Western superiority. Fear: India becoming colourless copy of Europe. Drew strength from India's past heritage. Reinterpreted old traditions with modern rationalism. Said Europe can learn from India's spiritualism. Later leaders Vivekananda, Dayanand Saraswati, etc. carried forward. Key names and keywords: Desrosiers, Young Bengal, rejection. Rammohun Roy, reform. Brahmo Samaj, 1828. Neo-Hinduism, revival, India's spiritualism. 18th century Europe, Enlightenment, rationalism, science. Tips and tricks for exams: 3R trick for reactions. Reject Desrosiers, reform Rammohun Roy, revive Neo-Hinduism. Buzzwords to use in answers: Age of Enlightenment, Europe. Racial superiority, British attitude. Stagnant civilization, how India was viewed. Best of East and West, Rammohun Roy. Neo-Hinduism and spiritualism, revival trend. Date anchors: Enlightenment, 18th century, 1700s. Brahmo Samaj, 1828, Rammohun Roy, 1772 to 1833. Quick five-liner revision. 1. British conquest equals unlike past invaders thought themselves superior. 2. Europe 1700s equals Enlightenment, science, rationalism, dynamism. 3. India equals viewed as stagnant and backward. Reactions equals reject Desrosiers, reform Rammohun Roy, revive Neo-Hinduism. 5. Legacy equals modern reforms plus cultural pride, foundation for Indian Renaissance. With this single page, you can recall the whole chapter in 2 minutes during exams. Do you want me to also make a visual mind map flowchart of this, like a diagram with arrows showing Europe, India, 3 reactions? It will make remembering 10x faster. Perfect. Let's build the world best one-page cheat sheet for this passage. It will be short, crisp, exam-ready, with bullets, keywords, dates and memory tricks. Nothing important missed. Cheat sheet: Western scientific outlook and reform in India. Background: Western ideas, science, rationalism, humanism impressed English-educated Indians. Aim: reform Hinduism, remove superstition, keep useful traditions. Key changes in religion and society. Reform within Hinduism: leaders wanted to purge superstitions but stay inside religion. Targets of reform: idolatry and image worship, blind pilgrimages, superstitious rituals. Sation, meaning some activities stopped being purely religious, became social, scientific. Example: education, food, health treated as practical, not ritualistic. Rationalism, magic wand. People tested customs with reason and science, discarded what failed, kept what made sense. Example: eclipses equal science, not bad omens. Pollution and purity rules. Old taboos, onions, garlic, beetroot, ginger go impure, rejected. Nutrition, superstition. Domestic rituals changed. Puberty rituals for girls became simpler, treated as natural stage. Family life more rational and humane. Urbanization and modernization. City life, restaurants, dining tables broke orthodox caste rules, promoted mixing of people and new outlook. Chash cultural renaissance. Ferment of ideas, bubbling new thoughts. Renaissance spirit spread across India. Intellectuals rechecked the past, discarded useless customs, sati, child marriage, preserved valuable heritage, yoga, music, spiritualism. Socio-religious reform movements. Brahmo Samaj, 1828, Ramamohan Roy, against sati, idol worship. Arya Samaj, 1875, Dayananda Saraswati, back to Vedas, women's uplift. Pradhana Samaj, 1867, Maharashtra, similar reforms. Ramakrishna Mission, 1897, Vivekananda, spirituality, social service. Aligarh Movement, 1875, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan, modern Muslim education. Touched almost every section of society. Keywords to use in exams: scientific outlook, rationalism and humanism, secularization, pollution purity debate, urbanization effect, Renaissance spirit, socio-religious movements. Memory tricks, 3 main shifts: mind, rationalism, logic, superstition, body, nutrition, purity, taboos, society, urban life, orthodox rules. Movement years trick: Brahmo Samaj, 1828, before 1857 revolt. Arya Samaj, 1875, after revolt, aggressive reform. Pradhana Samaj, 1867, between the two. Ramakrishna Mission, 1897, Vivekananda after Chicago, 1893. Aligarh Movement, 1875, same year as Arya Samaj. Number 5-liner ultra quick revision 1. Western science impressed English-educated Indians. 2. Hinduism reformed, superstitions removed, essence kept. 3. Rationalism plus secularization, life became modern, logical. 4. Urbanization broke orthodox barriers. 5. Reform movements: Brahmo, Arya, Pradhana, Ramakrishna, Aligarh, cultural renaissance. With this sheet, you can revise the whole section in 2 minutes before exams. Do you also want me to make a visual diagram, flowchart, like science, rationalism, social change, reform movements, so you can see the flow at one glance? Perfect. I'll now give you the world's best one-page cheat sheet for this topic. It will be super crisp, all keywords, no fluff, with dates, names, tricks and memory hacks, so you can revise in 2 minutes before exam. Cheat sheet: 2 categories of reform movements in India. 2 categories. 1. Reformist movements, change with reason plus modern ideas. Examples: Brahmo Samaj, 1828, Ramamohan Roy. Pradhana Samaj, 1867, M.G. Renard. Aligarh Movement, 1875, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan. Focus, stop superstitions, promote education, women's rights, rationalism. 2. Revivalist movements, return to old pure religion. Examples: Arya Samaj, 1875, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, back to Vedas. Ramakrishna Mission, 1897, Swami Vivekananda, service plus spirituality. Deoband Movement, 1866, Islamic reform, strict learning. Focus, pride in tradition, spiritual strength, unity of community. Common features: both wanted to restore purity of religion. Difference: reformists, reasons, conscience. Revivalists, tradition, scriptures. Both focused on religious social reform. Why religion, social reform were linked. 1. Most social customs is backed by religion. Child marriage, caste, sati. So change religion, then society changes. 2. Life aspects are interlinked. Education, jobs, family equality. Reformers worked on all fronts. Key idea by Ramamohan Roy: religious reform must come first, then social reform, then political rights. Example: campaign against sati, used religious texts, law banning sati, 1829. Keywords for exam: reformist equals reason, modern education. Revivalist equals return, tradition, pride. Brahmo Samaj, Pradhana Samaj, Aligarh, Arya Samaj, Ramakrishna Mission, Deoband, purity of religion, social reform, religion-society link. Ramamohan Roy's idea. Memory tricks: 2 R's, reformist, reason versus revivalist, return. BPA, reformist, Brahmo, Pradhana, Ali, bring practical advice. Ayard, revivalist, Arya Ramakrishna, Deoband, a return desired. Ramamohan rule, religion first, society politics. Hab exam quick lines: reform movements in 19th century India, 2 types, reformist and revivalist. Both aimed to restore purity of religion, differed in reason versus tradition. Social reform linked with religion as customs had religious roots. Ramamohan Roy believed religious reform precedes social political reform. With this page you can answer any exam question. Differences? Use 2 R's trick. Examples: BPA versus ARD, link with society, religious roots of customs. Thinker's view, Ramahan Roy's rule. Would you like me to now design this into a visual one-page infographic-style cheat sheet, like a chart table with boxes and arrows, so you can literally print and paste on your wall for revision? Perfect request. You want the world's best cheat sheet, a crisp one-page summary with dates, keywords, bullets, tips and tricks so you can revise super fast before exams. Let's do this. Raja Ramahan Roy and Brahmo Samaj cheat sheet. Key facts. Founder, Raja Ramahan Roy. Movement, Brahmo Samaj, 1828 Calcutta. Society of God. Lifespan, 1774 to 1833. Title, Father of Modern India. Herald of New Age. Hack education and knowledge. Mastered Oriental languages, Arabic, Persian, Sanskrit. Mastered European languages, English, French, Latin, Greek, Hebrew. Open-minded, freed from bigotry, narrow thinking. Main passion, religious reform, main mission of life. Defended Hinduism against missionaries' attacks. Wanted to purify Hinduism, remove wrong practices. Religious ideas. Criticized idolatry, age 15. Proved with Vedas, God is one, formless. Reinterpreted Hindu doctrines in modern way. Found support for humanitarianism in Upanishads. Accepted European humanism, equality, rationality. Rejected Christianity as religion. Denied divinity of Jesus but admired teachings. Hack social reforms, keywords to remember. Abolition of sati, law in 1829 with Lord William Bentinck's help. Condemned polygamy, no multiple wives. Opposed concubinage, no mistresses. Denounced casteism against untouchability. Widow remarriage, supported. East-West synthesis, blended Indian spirituality, Vedas, Upanishads, Western modernity, science, equality. Wanted a cultural mix without blind imitation. Legacy, forerunner of modern India, pathfinder for reformers, Dayanand Saraswati, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Swami Vivekananda. Spark of reform, fire still burns. Education, women's rights, equality, secularism. Timeline quick look, 1774, born 1790, age 15, criticized idolatry, 1828, founded Brahmo Samaj, 1829, sati abolished, law, 1833, died in Bristol, England. Exam tips and tricks. Mnemonic for social reforms. Sati Poko Wika. Sati, abolished. Po, polygamy condemned. Ko, concubinage opposed. We widow remarriage supported. Siya, casteism denounced. Remember his aim, purify, not destroy. Hinduism. Compare. Gandhi equals political reform. Ramahan social and religious reform. Quote to use. Ramahan Roy was the herald of New Age. Dr. Macnichol. One-line punch for exams. Raja Ramahan Roy, 1774 to 1833, founder of Brahmo Samaj, 1828, is called the father of modern India for abolishing sati, fighting casteism, promoting widow remarriage, and blending Indian spirituality with Western modernity. Would you like me to also create a visual memory map, diagram flowchart for this, so you can revise in 30 seconds flat before exams? Perfect. Let's make the world's best exam-ready cheat sheet for this passage. Super crisp, one-page style, all bullets, dates, keywords, mnemonics, tips, so you can revise in 2 to 3 minutes before exams. Raja Ramahan Roy and Brahmo Samaj, 1828. Cheat sheet. Key dates: 1774, birth of Raja Ramahan Roy, 1828, founded Brahmo Sabha, later Brahmo Samaj, 1830. Trust deed signed, object of Samaj. 1833, death of Ramahan Roy in Bristol, England. Belief in God, one God. From Upanishads, God equals shapeless, invisible, omnipresent, everywhere, omnipotent, all-powerful, omniscient, all-knowing, guiding spirit of the universe. Brahmo Samaj practices. No idol worship. No images, statues, carvings, paintings allowed. No priesthood. No priests, everyone equal in worship. No sacrifices. Simple worship, no ritual offerings. Worship through prayers, meditation, plus readings from Upanishads. Focus on values, charity, morality, piety, benevolence, virtue, unity of religions, brotherhood between all faiths. Aim, purpose from Trust Deed, 1830. Worship the eternal, unsearchable, immutable being, author and preserver of the universe. Reform Hinduism. Purge, remove. Evil practices. Not a new religion. Ramahan remained a devout Hindu, always wore sacred thread. Impact and limits. Appeal, mostly to educated urban Bengalis, intellectuals. Raja Radhakant Deb formed Dharma Sabha after 1833, declined due to Ramahan's early death. Keywords, must remember. One God, Upanishads, 1828 Brahmo Sabha, later Samaj, 1830 Trust Deed. No idol worship, no priests, no sacrifices, prayers, meditation, Upanishads, charity plus moralities, unity, Dharma Sabha, 1833 Death, decline. Had exam tips and tricks. Punchline quote, Ramahan Roy never founded a new religion, he purified Hinduism. Mnemonic for worship rules, 3 Ns, no idols, no priests, no sacrifices. Mnemonic for values, CMPBV, charity, morality, piety, benevolence, virtue. Compare Ramahan equals religious and social reform. Gandhi equals form. Use phrase in answers. Herald of New Age. One-line answer fast recall. Brahmo Samaj, 1828 Ramahan Roy. One God, Upanishads. No idols, no priests, no sacrifices. Worship by prayer and Upanishads. Promoted charities, unity, aimed to reform Hinduism. Opposed by Dharma Sabha. Declined after 1833. Would you like me to turn this into a visual flowchart memory map, like a diagram, so you can revise in under 30 seconds before exams? Perfect. Let's now create the world's best one-page cheat sheet for Debendranath Tagore and Brahmo Samaj. It will be crisp, exam-friendly, full of keywords, dates, mnemonics, and tips, so you can revise in 2 minutes before exams without missing any key point. Debendranath Tagore and Brahmo Samaj cheat sheet. Debendranath Tagore, 1817 to 1905, son of Dwarkanath Tagore, rich zamindar, social reformer, called Maharshi, great sage, successor of Raja Ramahan Roy in leading the Brahmo Samaj. Key dates: 1839, founded Tattvabodhini Sabha, search for spiritual truth. 1842, joined Brahmo Samaj. 1807 to 1905, lifespan of Debendranath Tagore. Contributions: infused new life into Brahmo Samaj after Ramahan's death. Gave definite shape, organized the theist movement, belief in one God. Informal union of Tattvabodhini Sabha plus Brahmo Samaj, more members, stronger purpose. 2 front work: inside Hinduism, reformist, removed bad customs. Outside, opposed Christian missionaries' criticism and conversions. Reforms preached, condemned idol worship, discouraged pilgrimages, rituals, ceremonies, penances. Promoted simple worship, prayers, meditation, Upanishads. Spread the message, set up branches in towns. Reached Bengal's countryside beyond urban elites. Aim, purpose, reform Hinduism, not destroy it. Simplify religion, focus on morality, ethics and God, not rituals. Defend Hinduism from outside attacks, missionaries. Impact, strengthened Brahmo Samaj after decline post-1833. Expanded membership beyond Calcutta. Built the base for Keshab Chandra Sen later. Keywords to remember: Tattvabodhini Sabha, 1839, Truth-Seeking Society. 1842, Tagore joined Brahmo Samaj. No idols, no pilgrimages, no ceremonies, no penances. 2 fronts: reform inside Hinduism, defend outside. Spread to towns, villages of Bengal. Mnemonics and tips. Tip S for reforms. T equals Tattvabodhini Sabha, 1839. Idol worship condemned. P equals pilgrimages and penances discouraged. S equals spread branches in towns, villages. 2 front trick: think in, reform, out, defend. Always quote, Maharshi Debendranath Tagore gave the Brahmo Samaj its organized shape. 1-line exam recall. Debendranath Tagore, 1817 to 1905. Maharshi, leader after Ramahan, joined Brahmo Samaj in 1842, merged it with Tattvabodhini Sabha, 1839, condemned idols, rituals, opposed missionaries, branches across Bengal, and gave the movement definite form. Would you like me to now make a visual memory map / flowchart, like a picture with arrows and keywords, so you can revise the whole thing in 30 seconds just before exams? Perfect. Let's create the world's best one-page cheat sheet on Keshab Chandra Sen and the Brahmo Samaj splits. It will be crisp, exam-ready, all keywords, dates, mnemonics and tips, so you can revise everything in 2 minutes flat. Keshab Chandra Sen and Brahmo Samaj. Keshab Chandra Sen, 1838 to 1884, joined Brahmo Samaj in 1858. Soon made Acharya, leader-teacher, by Debendranath Tagore. Known for energy, eloquence, charisma, spread movement beyond Bengal. Key dates: 1858, joined Brahmo Samaj. 1865, 54 branches in Bengal. Debendranath dismissed him as Acharya. 1866, formed Brahmo Samaj of India, split from Adi. 1878, another split, Sadharan Brahmo Samaj after marriage scandal. Contributions before split: expanded Samaj outside Bengal, UP, Punjab, Bombay, Madras. By 1865, 54 branches in Bengal alone. Liberal and cosmopolitan, introduced scriptures of all religions, Bible, Quran, Parsi texts, etc. Fought caste system, supported intercaste marriage. Problems, splits. 1865 split Adi vs Kishab, Debendranath equals 2 radical, dismissed Kishab. Adi Brahmo Samaj, Debendranath's group. Brahmo Samaj of India, Kishab's group. 1878 split inside Kishab's group. Followers began treating Keshab as incarnation, progressives unhappy, accused of authoritarianism, hypocrisy, preached minimum marriage age but married 13-year-old daughter to minor Maharaj of Cooch Bihar with orthodox rituals. Justified, will of God, intuition. Result, angry followers created Sadharan Brahmo Samaj. Hasha 3 branches after splits. 1. Adi Brahmo Samaj, Debendranath, conservative Hindu roots. 2. Brahmo Samaj of India, Keshab, liberal, interfaith radical. 3. Sadharan Brahmo Samaj, 1878, progressive, democratic, opposed authoritarianism and hypocrisy. Keywords to recall: 1858 equals joined. Acharya's leader role. 54 branches, 1865. Cosmopolitans, read all scriptures. Caste abolition plus intercaste marriage. 1866 equals Brahmo Samaj of India. 1878 scandals, daughter's child marriage, Sadharan Brahmo Samaj. Mnemonics: join, grow, split, scandal, Sadharan. Join equals 1858, join Samaj. Grow equals spread across India. Split equals 1866, Adi vs Kishab. Scandal 1878, marriage controversy, Saran's new progressive Samaj. Exam tips: always mention dates plus splits, 3 branches. Highlight his social reforms, anti-caste, intercaste marriage. Quote his weakness, preached reforms but broke his own rules, 1878 scandal. Use one line: Keshab Chandra Sen transformed Brahmo Samaj into a national and interfaith movement, but caused splits due to radical reforms and personal contradictions. Quick 2-line exam recall. Keshab Chandra Sen joined 1858 Acharya, expanded Brahmo Samaj across India, supported interfaith practices and intercaste marriages, but his radical ideas' 1878 scandal led to splits. Adi Brahmo Samaj of India, Sadharan Brahmo Samaj. Do you want me to also make a visual timeline flowchart, arrows, keywords of these splits, so you can glance once and recall instantly in exams? Perfect. I'll now make you the world's best 1-page exam cheat sheet for the Brahmo Samaj. This will be super crisp, bullet style, keywords only, nothing unnecessary. Easy to revise in 2 to 3 minutes before exam. Cheat sheet: Brahmo Samaj and Indian Renaissance. Founder and context. Founder Raja Rammohan Roy, 1828 Calcutta. Context: age of Indian Renaissance, new ideas in religion, society, politics. Remark: called the starting point of modern Indian reform, H.C.E. Zacharias. Religious reforms, focus on what discarded. Remember code SPCK. A. Discarded faith in avatars, no god incarnations like Rama, Krishna. S. Said no scripture is above reason and conscience. P. Denounced polytheism and idol worship. C. Criticized caste system. K. Karma and rebirth, left optional personal belief. Core idea: one God, formless. Use reason, reject harmful traditions. Social reforms code swipe. S. Condemned sati. W. Supported widow remarriage and women's dignity. I. Promoted education for women. P. Abolition of purdah system. E. Ended early child marriage and polygamy. Also, opposed dogmas and superstitions, attacked casteism and untouchability, limited success. Condemned prejudice against going abroad, allowed foreign travel for knowledge. Quick keywords: religion, one God, no idols, reason, scriptures, equality. Society, stop sati, widow remarriage, women's respect, end child marriage, education, anti-caste. Tips and tricks for exams. Mnemonics: religion ISCK, think snake killed old beliefs. Social swipe, like swiping away bad customs. One-line summary: Brahmo Samaj, first modern reform movement, rejected avatars, idols, scripture blindness, fought caste, promoted women's rights, education and social equality. Always mention Ramohan Roy plus 1928 plus starting point of modern reforms for full marks. With this sheet, you can recall all points in 2 minutes. Would you like me to also make a visual memory map diagram, like a circle with religion on one side and society on the other, so you can recall even faster in exams? Perfect. Here's the world's best one-page cheat sheet for your topic, Brahmo Ideas in Maharashtra, Prarthana Samaj. I'll keep it crisp, exam-ready, keyword-rich, yet complete. No important point missed. Have cheat sheet, Prarthana Samaj, Brahmo Ideas in Maharashtra. Origin, Paramahansa Sabha, founded 1849 Maharashtra, early spread of Brahmo ideas. Prarthana Samaj, founded 1867 Bombay under Keshab Chandra Sen's guidance. Meaning, prayer congregation. Nature of movement, not a new religion sect, worked within Hinduism, believed in one God. Focus, social reform, faith, works, rituals. Motto, true love of God, service to his children, humanity. Approach, education and persuasion, not direct confrontation with orthodoxy. Social reform goals, 4 main. Cause, easy trick to Rixi, caste system disapproved. A, age of marriage raised, boys and girls. W, widow remarriage supported. S, schooling for women promoted. Leaders, Justice M.G. Renard, 1842 to 1901, judge plus reformer, soul of Samaj. R.G. Bhandakar, 1837 to 1925, scholar, educationist. N.G. Chandavakar, 1855 to 1923, leader, judge, reformer. Institutions and expansion, depressed classes mission, uplift of oppressed castes. Social Service League, social help charity. Deccan Education Society, schools, colleges, Pune. Spread, Madras State, many Brahmo centres. Punjab Dial Singh Trust, Dial Singh College, Lahore, 1910. Significance, Western India's answer to Brahmo Samaj. Brought reform without breaking away from Hinduism. Proved social service, inspired later reform movements and institutions, education, women's rights, caste reform. Tips and tricks for exams, dates to remember. 1849, Paramahansa Sabha. 1867, Prarthana Samaj, Bombay. 1910, Dial Singh College, 4 social goals. Leaders 3G, Ranade, Bhandakar, Chandavakar. Formula, Prarthana equals pray plus work. With this page, you can revise the entire 2 minutes before exams. Do you want me to also make a visual memory map, like a flowchart diagram, so you can picture the movements spread quickly? Perfect. Here's the world best cheat sheet for Arya Samaj, super concise, keyword-rich, exam-ready, and with memory hacks. Hack cheat sheet, Arya Samaj 1875. Founder and origin. Founder, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, born Mulshankar 1824 to 1883, Gujarat. Founded, 1875, Bombay, HQ later at Lahore. Book, Satyarth Prakash, The True Exposition, 1875. Motto, Go Back to the Vedas. Philosophy and beliefs, reaction to Western influence and Christian propaganda. Revivalist in form, look back at Vedas, but reformist in content. Vedas equals India's rock of ages, true source of Hinduism. Rejected Puranas, idol worship, polytheism, blind rituals, superstitions. Preached monotheism, one God, truth, reason. Social ideals, classless and casteless society. Equality of all humans. Women upliftment, education, widow remarriage. Against child marriage, polygamy, opposed untouchability, believe true love of God equals service to mankind. Political and national ideals, dream, religious, social, national unity, Aryan religion equals common religion for all Indians, wanted India free from foreign rule, Inspired nationalist leaders Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, Swami Shraddhanand. Organisation, Arya Samaj founded, 1875, Bombay, HQ Lahore later, spread widely in North India. Activities, schools, colleges, Dayanand Anglo-Vedic institutions. Key contributions, religious reform, back to Vedas, monotheism, social reform, women's rights, education, equality, political impact, laid foundation for Indian nationalism. Literature, Satyarth Prakash, Bible of Arya Samaj. Memory tricks, 3 rocks of Arya Samaj, equals religion, equality, society, freedom, nation. Date 1875 calls just remember Arya Samaj and Satyarth Prakash, both born same year. Founder Dayanand equal think Dayanand equal days truth, Satyarth truth, Prakash light. Quick revise in 10 seconds. Founder Swami Dayanand, 1824 to 1883, Gujarat. Year 1875, Bombay, HQ Lahore. Motto, back to the Vedas. Book, Satyarth Prakash. Beliefs, monotheism, no idols, no caste. Reforms, equality, women uplift, widow remarriage. Aim, religious plus social, national unity, India free from British. If you revise this sheet before exams, you won't miss a single point on Arya Samaj. Do you want me to also create a comparative cheat sheet, Brahmo Samaj versus Arya Samaj, so you can instantly answer compare and contrast type questions in exams? Perfect. Let's now turn everything into the world's best one-page cheat sheet on Swami Dayanand Saraswati and Arya Samaj, his ideas and reforms. This will be crisp bullet style with keywords, dates and memory tricks so you can revise super fast before exams. Cheat sheet, Swami Dayanand Saraswati and Arya reforms. Founder and background, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, 1824 to 1883. Born Mulshankar in Gujarat. Founded Arya Samaj in Bombay, 1875. HQ shifted to Lahore later. Famous book, Satyarth Prakash, 1875, calls The True Exposition. Motto, go back to the Vedas. Vedas are eternal truth. Reject later corruptions. Religious beliefs, one God only, no idol worship, no polytheism. Rejected magic, charms, rituals, animal sacrifice, shraddhas. Vedas equals supreme authority, everyone has right to read and interpret. Rejected monism, Advaita, God, soul and matter are separate, eternal entities. World is real, not illusion, Maya. Salvation through right deeds, not escape from the world. Philosophy, accepted, karma, actions decide future. Rejected, destiny, niyati, predetermination. Humans are not puppets of fate. World equals battlefield, each person must earn salvation by own actions. Social reforms, attacked Brahmin monopoly, priests are not intermediaries between man and God. Criticized caste system by birth. Supported Varna system by occupation skills, Vedic model. Advocated equal status of men and women. Supported widow remarriage. Condemned child marriage, called Hindus children of children. National and cultural vision, wanted classless, casteless society. Religion, Aryan Vedic religion for all Indians. India should be united and free from foreign rule. Chash keywords and dates, 1824 to 1883 lifespan. 1875 Arya Samaj founded Bombay. Satyarth Prakash, key text. Motto, back to the Vedas. Exam memory tricks, A against idol worship and caste by birth. R, return to Vedas. Y, youth reform, stop child marriage. A, advocate equality, women and men. Book plus motto SPSBV, Satyarth Prakash and back to Vedas. Core idea, Swami Dayanand wanted to clean Hinduism of superstitions. Make Vedas the guide, empower people with education, give women rights and unite India socially and religiously. Would you like me to also make a comparison cheat sheet between Brahmo Samaj versus Arya Samaj, super exam friendly, since both are always asked together? Got it. Here's the world's best one-page cheat sheet of your text on Dayanand Saraswati and Arya Samaj principles. I'll make it crisp, exam-friendly, bullet style, with dates, keywords, and quick memory tricks. Dashed Arya Samaj, Dayanand Saraswati. Key points. Founder, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, 1824 to 1883. Slogan, back to the Vedas, revive Vedic learning and purity, not old lifestyles. Approach, accepted modern ideas, science, education, patriotic attitude towards national issues. Arya 1875, Creed revised, Lahore 1877, 10 principles, approved by Dayanand, unchanged till today. 10 principles, keywords only, God equals of all true knowledge. 2. God's qualities, all truth, all knowledge, immortal creator, only God is worshipped. 3. Vedas equals true knowledge. 4. Accept truth, reject untruth. 5. Follow Dharma. Think right, wrong before action. 6. World's well-being, material plus spiritual plus social. 7. Treat all with love, justice. 8. Remove ignorance, spread knowledge. 9. Progress with others, uplift, mutual growth. 10. Society's good, individuals good. Important dates: 1875, Arya Samaj founded in Bombay. 1877, Principles revised at Lahore. Unchanged till today, 10 principles still followed. Exam tips and tricks, slogan trick. Back to the Vedas, back to learning, not back in time. 3 W's, Principle 6, world's well-being, wealth, material, worship, spiritual, welfare, social. Justice plus love, Principle 7, think of a kind judge. Ignorance versus knowledge, Principle 8, darkness versus light. Progress together, Principle 9, I rise when we rise. Society individual, Principle 10, tree for all, wood for one. Use in exams, always right. Founded 1875, Bombay. Revised 1877, Lahore. Slogan equals back to the Vedas, 10 principles, keywords. For 5 markers, list 5 principles in keywords. For 10 markers, write all 10 plus mention modernity and patriotism. Would you like me to also make a visual memory map, mind map poster of this with arrows, boxes and icons so you can revise it in 30 seconds before exams? Perfect. Let's build the world's best one-page cheat sheet for Arya Samaj. Super crisp, only keywords, bullets, dates and memory tricks. This will be your quick exam revision weapon. Arya Samaj, one-page cheat sheet. Founder and background, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, 1824 to 1883. Slogan, back to the Vedas. Political slogan, India for the Indians. Founded 1875. Bombay, achievements. Greatest success, social reform plus education. Schools, Dev, Dayanand Anglo-Vedic institutions. First Anglo-Vedic school, Lahore, 1886. Combined modern subjects, Vedic studies. Gurukula Pathshala, Haridwar, 1902. Orthodox wing, traditional style. Spread of education for girls, boys. Motto, diffuse knowledge, dispel ignorance. Social and moral ideals, fatherhood of God, one God cares for all, brotherhood of man, all humans equal, equality of sexes, men equals women, absolute justice and fair play between individuals and nations, love, charity, help everyone. Impact. Gave pride, confidence, self-reliance to Hindus, reduced blind belief in superiority of Western white culture, protected Hindu society through Shuddhi movement, reconversion. Infused patriotism, helped political awakening. Produced leaders, Lala Hans Raj, educationist, Pandit Guru Dutt, leader, Lala Lajpat Rai, freedom fighter. Strong presence, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan. Difference from others, Brahmo Samaj and Theosophical Society, for English-educated elite only. Arya Samaj, message reached masses, common people. Tad, important dates. 1824, birth of Dayanand Saraswati. 1875, Arya Samaj founded, Bombay. 1883, death of Dayanand. 1886, Anglo-Vedic school, Lahore. 1902, Gurukula Pathshala, Haridwar. Quick memory tricks. Think of 3 pillars: education, equality, patriotism. Dav, Dayanand's aim, Vedas plus modern learning. India for the Indians. Link Dayanand with politics. Shuddhi equals purify, reconvert back to Hinduism. We're strong. Imagine a map of North India belt, Punjab, Rajasthan, UP, Bihar, Haryana. Exam tip. Most questions come on education role, social ideals, equality, brotherhood, Shuddhi movement, leaders produced, slogans and dates. Always right. Arya Samaj reached the masses unlike Brahmo and Theosophical Society. Examiners love this point. Would you like me to also create a visual mind map diagram-style version of this cheat sheet, like a chart with arrows and boxes, so you can memorize faster in 2 minutes? Perfect, let's make the world's best crisp one-page cheat sheet for the Ramakrishna movement. This is designed exactly like exam-ready notes, bullets plus keywords, dates, tips, tricks, nothing extra, nothing missing. Tap cheat sheet, Ramakrishna movement. Key personalities. Ramakrishna Paramahansa, 1836 to 1886, poor priest at Dakshineswar Kali temple near Calcutta, preached universal truth of all religions, believed Krishna, Rama, Christ, Allah calls different names of same God, supported image worship but stressed inner devotion over rituals, taught selfless devotion, bhakti, ultimate union with God, moksha, inspired compassion for suffering humanity. Swami Vivekananda, 1863 to 1902, disciple of Ramakrishna, born Narendranath Datta, interpreted Ramakrishna's ideas in modern, simple language. Famous speech, Parliament of Religions, Chicago, 1893. Founded Ramakrishna Mission, 1897, HQ at Belur Math near Kolkata. HAP Organizations, Ramakrishna Math, Monks Spiritual Organization. Ramakrishna Mission, 1897, Social Service Education. Activities, schools, hospitals, famine relief, flood help, rural upliftment. Motto, Atmano Mokshatham Jagat Hitaya calls for one's own salvation and the welfare of the world. Core teachings, all religions lead to same truth, religious universalism. Image worship accepted, helpful for devotion. Inner spirit, rituals, heart over outer show. Selfless service, savor, true worship of God in man. Bhakti, yoga, jnana balanced with modern life. Mix of ancient Indian tradition with modern ideas, westernization. Comparison, very important. Brahmo Samaj, rational, reformist, no idol worship, elite appeal. Arya Samaj back to Vedas, rejected idol worship, social reforms. Ramakrishna movement, bhakti plus service, accepts idols, universal religion, emotional plus practical appeal. Dates to remember, 1836 to 1886, life of Ramakrishna. 1863 to 1902, life of Vivekananda. 1886, death of Ramakrishna. 1893, Vivekananda's Chicago speech. 1897, foundation of Ramakrishna Mission. Belur Math, Mission HQ near Kolkata. Quick examples, memory aids. Photo of grandma, idol helps devotion, symbol not grandma, but awakens love. Drop into ocean, soul's absorption in God. Teacher and student, Ramakrishna taught, Vivekananda organized and spread. Exam tips and tricks. One-liner, Ramakrishna preached spiritual universalism. Vivekananda turned it into social service through Ramakrishna Mission, 1897. Always compare with Brahmo and Arya Samaj in exam answers. Keywords to throw in answers: universal religion, bhakti, seva, Belur Math HQ, service to man is service to God. For MCQs, dates 1836 to 1886, 1863 to 1902, 1897 are key. Trick to remember, Ramakrishna, heart, spirit, Vivekananda, action, service, mission equals organization. This page equal 100% compact, exam ready. Would you like me to design this as a visual infographic style one-page chart with boxes and arrows, so it feels like a poster you can revise in 2 minutes? Perfect. Let's create the world's best cheat sheet for this passage on Swami Vivekananda and the Ramakrishna Mission. It will be one crisp page full of bullets, keywords, dates and smart exam tricks so you can revise super fast before exams. Chat cheat sheet, Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Mission. Hashtag Swami Vivekananda, 1863 to 1902, disciple of Ramakrishna Paramahansa, 1836 to 1886, preacher of Neo-Hinduism, old Hindu ideas explained in modern simple way. Believed service to man is service to God. Chicago Parliament of Religions, 1893. Event, First World Parliament of Religions, Chicago. Main idea, keynote, balanced spiritualism, East, materialism, West. Impact, won worldwide respect, showed India's spiritual depth. Famous greeting, Sisters and Brothers of America, created instant connection. Just teachings and social ideas. Religion must be practical, not just rituals, but help society. Opposed, untouchability, rigid caste system, touch-me-not attitude in religion, religion supporting oppression of poor. Quote, him I call a Mahatma whose heart bleeds for the poor, otherwise he is a Duratma. To teach religion to a starving man is an insult to God. New purpose to Hinduism, social service plus national pride. Ramakrishna Mission, founded 1897 by Vivekananda. Motto, Atmano Mokshatham Jagat Hitaya Cha, for one's own salvation and for the welfare of the world. Works, schools, colleges, libraries, hospitals, dispensaries, relief in famines, floods, epidemics, focus, education, healthcare, social reform, disaster relief. Still active today in India and abroad. Hack influence on India, not directly political, but inspired nationalist pride in youth, confidence in India's past, culture and future. Subhash Chandra Bose, called Vivekananda the spiritual father of modern nationalist movement in Bengal, inspired leaders Gandhi, Nehru, Bose and countless youth. Key dates to remember: 1836 to 1886, life of Ramakrishna Paramahansa; 1863 to 1902, life of Swami Vivekananda; 1893, Parliament of Religions, Chicago; 1897, foundation of Ramakrishna Mission. National Exam Smart Tips and Tricks. Remember formula: CBSM, Chicago, Balance, Service, Mission. Chicago 1893, Global Respect. Balance, West, Science plus East, Spirit. Service, Service of Poor equals Worship of God. Mission 1897, Hospitals, Schools, Relief. Quote hint: starving man, feed first, then preach. Always connect, Vivekananda spiritual plus social reformer, not political leader. This one page has all keywords, dates, quotes, and ideas. Perfect for 5-min exam revision. Would you like me to also make a visual memory map, like a diagram/flowchart, so you can recall everything in one glance during revision? Perfect, the world's best crisp one-page cheat sheet for the Theosophical movement. This will be exam ready, only bullet dates, keywords and tricks, no extra words, no missed points. Cheat sheet, Theosophical movement. Foundation, founded, 1875, New York, USA. Founders, Madame H.P. Blavatsky, 1831 to 1891, Russo-German origin. Colonel H.S. Olcott, Henry Steele Olcott, 1832 to 1907, U.S. Army officer. HQ shift, 1882, Adyar, Madras, Chennai, India. Zash core beliefs: soul-God relationship via contemplation, prayer, revelation, Hindu ideas accepted, reincarnation, rebirth, karma, law of cause-effect, inspired by Upanishads, soul and Brahman, Samkhya, spirit versus matter, yoga, union through practice, Vedanta, oneness of self and God. Network, universal brotherhood of humanity, no distinction of race, creed, sex, caste, color, study of nature's mysteries, unexplained laws, hidden human powers, latent abilities. Relation with India, closely linked with Hindu Renaissance, revival of Hindu culture and philosophy. Later important leader, Annie Besant, 1847 to 1933, education, Indian self-rule. Key dates, 1831 to 1891, life of Blavatsky. 1832 to 1907, life of Olcott. 1875, society founded, USA. 1882, HQ moved to Adyar, Madras, Chennai. 1847 to 1933, life of Annie Besant. Exam smart tricks. Think. BOA equals Blavatsky, Olcott, Adyar. Keywords to write an exam: universal brotherhood, karma, reincarnation, Upanishads, yoga, Vedanta, Hindu Renaissance. One-liner. Theosophical Society, 1875, founded by Blavatsky and Olcott, moved to Adyar, 1882, spread Indian ideas like karma and rebirth, worked for brotherhood of humanity, supported Hindu Renaissance. This fits everything important in one page, perfect for last-minute 5-min revision. Do you want me to now design this into a visual diagram flowchart poster, like boxes and arrows, so you can revise even faster with your eyes? Perfect. Let's make the world's best one-page cheat sheet for Annie Besant and Theosophical movement in India. It will be crisp, bullet style, full of dates, keywords, no fluff, so you can revise in 2 minutes before exam. Cheat sheet, Annie Besant and Theosophical movement in India. Origins: Society founded, 1875, USA by H.P. Blavatsky and H.S. Olcott. HQ shifted to India, 1880, Madras, Chennai. Beliefs: reincarnation, karma, Upanishads, Vedanta, yoga, Samkhya. Aim: universal brother, no race, creed, caste, color distinctions. Annie Besant, 1847 to 1933, early life. Lost faith in Christianity. Divorced husband, Anglican priest. Came in contact with Theosophy, 1882. Officially joined in 1889. After Blavatsky's death, 1891, came to India. Became president of society after Olcott's death, 1907. Role in India: Hindu revival, adopted Hindu life, dress, food, customs, emphasized Vedanta, translation of Bhagavad Gita, connected matter and mind, science plus spirituality. Famous quote: revival of religion equals self-respect plus pride in past, belief in future, nationalism. Educational work: Central Hindu College, Banaras, 1898, taught Hindu religion, Western science. Became nucleus for Banaras Hindu University, BHU, 1916, promoted female education. Political role: founded Home Rule League 1916, inspired by Irish Home Rule, demanded self-rule for India. First woman president of Indian National Congress 1917. Impact and limits: provided common platform for many Hindu sects, inspired educated Hindus, pride in culture. But too vague plus lacked practical program, limited to westernized elites. Quick timeline: 1875, Theosophical Society founded, USA. 1882, HQ shifted to Adyar, Madras. 1882, Besant met Theosophy. 1889, Besant formally joined. 1891, Blavatsky died, Besant came to India. 1898, Central Hindu College, Benares. 1907, Besant became president after Olcott's death. 1916, Banaras Hindu University founded, Home Rule League started. 1917, Besant, first woman Congress president. Exam smart tips: keyword chain, Blavatsky, Olcott, Besant, Adyar HQ, Hindu Revival, CHC 1898, BHU 1916, Home Rule 1916, INC President. 1917, one-line answer tip: under Annie Besant, Theosophy in India became a force for Hindu revival. Education, CHC, BHU, and early nationalism, Home Rule, though its appeal remained limited to westernized elites. Trick to recall: think of 3 H's, Hindu Revival, Hindu College, Home Rule. This is the crispest version. One glance, full revision. Do you want me to also make a visual flowchart mind map style, like boxes plus arrows, so you can see the connections at a glance for even faster recall? Perfect. Let's make the world's best one-page cheat sheet on the Wahhabi Waliullah movement. Super crisp, exam-focused, but covering every important point. Cheat sheet: Wahhabi Waliullah movement, Muslim reform movements. Background: Hindus responded to Western impact by learning and reforming. Muslims, first reaction, resist and preserve tradition. Shah Waliullah, 1702–1762, father of Muslim reform in India, 18th c. Concern: decline and corruption in Islam. Contribution: twofold. 1. Unity in 4 schools of law, pick best from each, reduce divisions. 2. Individual conscience, ittihad, when Quran and Hadith clash, use reason and conscience. Keywords: purity of Islam, ijtihad, unity of Muslims. Later leaders: Shah Abdulaziz, 1746–1824, son of Waliullah. Issued fatwa: India equals Darul Harb, land ruled by non-Muslims. Syed Ahmed Barelvi, 1786–1831, spread Waliullah's ideas. Added political color: gold equals Muslim homeland. Movement equals both religious plus political. Campaigns: first target, Sikhs of Punjab. After British annexation of Punjab, 1849, movement turned against British rule. Crushed by British, 1870s, due to superior military power. Main aims: restore purity of Islam, revivalist. Unite Muslims under one interpretation. Resist non-Muslim rule, Sikhs, later British. Build self-respect and Muslim identity. Key terms: fatwa equals religious ruling. Darul Harb equals land under non-Muslim rule. Darul Islam equals land under Muslim law. Ijtihad, independent reasoning, conscience in religion. Timeline: 1702–1762, Shah Waliullah, ideas of reform. 1846–1824, Shah Abdulaziz, fatwa, Harb. 1786–1831, Syed Ahmed Barelvi, political struggle, jihad. 1849, Punjab British. 1860s, British suppress Wahhabi Waliullah movement. Exam tips and tricks. Trick for Waliullah's 2 ideas. UNC, unity and conscience. Difference from Hindu reform. Hindus equals learn from West. Muslims resist West. Political shift keyword: from revivalist religion to anti-Sikh and anti-British jihad. Remember, Waliullah, religious purity. Barelvi equals political action. One-liner summary: Waliullah movement equals revival of Islam plus unity of Muslims, later became political under Barelvi, crushed by British in 1870s. Do you want me to also make a visual memory map flowchart, like a diagram showing Shah Waliullah, Abdulaziz, Barelvi, British suppression? So you can revise in just 30 seconds before exams. Perfect. Let's make the world's best cheat sheet page for the Aligarh movement. Super crisp, bullet style, exam ready, with dates, names, keywords, and even memory tricks. No extra fluff, no missed points. Hamid Sheet Aligarh movement, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan. Background: 1857 revolt. Legacy: British believed Muslims equals main conspirators. Wahhabi movement, 1860s-70s, reinforced suspicion. 1870s equal change begins. Need for reconciliation with British. Key trigger, W. Hunter's book, 1871, The Indian Musulman, argued British must rally Muslims with concessions. Said Muslims should be won over, not excluded. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan, 1817 to 1898, born Delhi, 1817, in a respectable Muslim family. Education, traditional Muslim style. 1857, judicial service, stayed loyal to British. Retired 1876. 1878, member Imperial Legislative Council. 1888, knighted, became Sir Syed Ahmed Khan. Aims of Sir Syed: 1. Modernise Muslims' outlook. 2. Reconcile Muslims with modern scientific thought. British rule. 3. Encourage Muslims to take government jobs. Achievements. 1875, founded Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College Aligarh. Later became Aligarh Muslim University, AMU, in 1920. Spread Western education plus retained Islamic values. Became nucleus of Aligarh movement, modern Muslim awakening. Impact. Gave Muslims confidence, access to jobs. Shifted Muslims from isolation, active role in administration. Created a modern educated Muslim class. But many Orthodox Muslims opposed him, believed he was too pro-British. Hack keywords to remember. 1857, blame Muslims seen as rebels. Hunter's book, 1871, Rally Muslims, slogan. Sir Syed, loyalist, modernizer, educationist. MAO College, 1875, AMU 1920. Knighthood, 1888. Goal equals modern education's reconciliation with British. Nashlav exam memory tricks. Timeline code, 1817 equals birth. 1857 equals revolt, loyal. 1875 it's MAO College. 1878 Legislative Council. 1888 equals knighthood. 1898 equals death. 3 pillars of Sir Syed: education plus reconciliation plus jobs. One-line summary. Sir Syed's Aligarh movement equals Muslim modern educations, British corporations, govt, service. Pro-exam tip. Always connect Aligarh movement with Muslim response to 1857. It shows contrast. Wahhabi equal resist British. Aligarh cooperate with British, embrace modern education. Would you like me to now make a visual flowchart mind map with arrows and boxes, so you can recall it in 30 seconds before exam? Perfect. Let's create the world's best one-page cheat sheet on Sir Syed Ahmed Khan Aligarh movement with social reforms, Quranic commentary and Aligarh College AMU. It will be super concise, bullet style, date-heavy, keyword-rich, with memory tricks and exam tips, so you can revise in 2 mins before exam. Cheat sheet. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan and the Aligarh movement. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan, 1817 to 1898. Born 1817. Delhi, respectable Muslim family. Career, judicial service under company, loyal in 1857, revolt, retired 1876. Member, Imperial Legislative Council, 1878. Honours knighthood, 1888. Died, 1890. Context. Past post-1857, Muslims seen as arch-conspirators. Wahhabi activities 1860s, 70s, deepened suspicion. W. Hunter's The Indian Musulman, 1871. Urged reconciliation. Sir Syed's response, accept British rules, embrace modern education. Past reforms and ideas 1. Social reforms, condemned. Piri Muridi, blind obedience to Purs. Fake Sufis, Purs fakirs, misled people with mystic words. Slavery, called un-Islamic. Magazine, Tadibul Akhlaq, 1870, Kikul, spread progressive ideas, manners plus morals. 2. Religious reforms, work, commentaries on Quran, tafsir. Criticized, narrow traditional interpreters. Stressed, reason, science, Quran. Quote idea, word of God, Quran must match work of God, nature. 3. Educational reforms, MAO College, Aligarh, 1875, taught Western sciences, Islamic studies. Became centre of Muslim cultural revival, grew into Aligarh Muslim University, AMU, 1920. Nash significance, created modern Muslim leadership, lawyers, teachers, administrators. Balanced modern science with Islamic values. Promoted loyalty to British to uplift Muslims. Sparked Muslim awakening in 19th C. India. Timeline quick glance. 1817, birth Delhi. 1857, stays loyal to British. 1870, launches Tadibul Akhlaq. 1875, founding of MAO College, Aligarh. 1878, member Imperial Legislative Council. 1888, knighted. 1898, death. 1920, AMU established, MAMU. Keywords for exam, Tadibul Akhlaq, Social Reform Magazine. Piri Muridi, condemned blind following. Slavery, un-Islamic. Commentaries on Quran, Rational plus Scientific Tafsir. Mayo College, 1875. Science, Religion, AMU 1920. Word of God equals Work of God. Muslim Modernization under British. Exam Tips and Tricks. Memory Code T.A. Tadib, Tafsir, Aligarh, Sir Syed's Three Pillars. One-liner answer if time is short. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan, 1870–98, condemned blind customs, Piri Muridi, slavery, promoted rational Quranic study, and founded Mayo College, 1875, AMU 1920, making Aligarh the centre of Muslim modernization. Always add dates, 1875–1920. His works Tadibul Akhlaq Tafsir gets you extra marks. Compare with Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Brahmo Samaj for Hindu-Muslim reform contrast. Super fast revision trick. Sir Syed, 1870–98, reform. Piri Muridi, slavery bad. Magazine, Tathibul Akhlaq, 1870. Tafsir, Quran Science. Mayo College, 1875. AMU, 1920. Do you want me to also make a visual chart, mind map diagram, so you can see the entire reform work of Sir Syed at one glance?